What's up, guys? It's Motoko here, and I'm currently in my 82nd run on the Adamanterripan event. Um, it's starting to get extremely difficult. So this is definitely where you're going to be able to separate yourself from the crowd and really make a mark for yourself in the rankings. I'm currently ranked in the top 50. I'm still pedaling hard. I'm still trying to get more bosses down. The problem I'm running into is that Hunter does not have access to the Earth element, so therefore they can't absorb um, Earth orbs to reduce some of the damage that the Adamanterripan does, and as such, he's doing a massive amount of damage to me, and I'm finding it harder and harder to be able to recuperate my hit points in enough time before between his big moves. I'll go ahead and show you real fast exactly what I'm talking about. So, an option for me is to bring a fat chocobo and replace one of my damage cards. Um, I don't really like that. I guess I could take out an Aereo and put in fat chocobo. The problem with that is my fat chocobo is extremely underleveled right now, and he's only 3 stars. So I'm not sure how good of a trade that actually is. Um, we'll see, I guess, when the time comes when I need to make that swap. So those are some things that you need to think about in your setup. You need to be able to reduce this guy's damage as much as possible. Right now, he's hitting just slightly harder than the Madness Unchained version of this fight. If your class does not have access to the Earth element, you're probably going to struggle to get high in the rankings for this. Um, the only reason Hunter is doing so well is because it breaks so fast. And during a break, you're able to use Drain to get your hit points back up in a hurry. Um, so you can totally get your hit points recuperated during a break. And as a matter of fact, a good strategy if you're down around 1,000 hit points, just totally ignore your damage moves and focus on using your normal attacks to get your hit points up first. And then when you have whatever you have left over in break moves, you use those break moves on special abilities. Um, that's probably going to be your safest route going through this fight and the best way to approach it. Um, just remember that survivability is everything. If you can't live, then you're not going to be able to clear these bosses, and you're not going to make it through the rankings. So just keep that in mind, and try and do your best to stay alive. So I'm just right now. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to win this fight because things aren't lining up exactly right. Um, I do have an option available. I did manage to unlock my knight the rest of the way today. So I have a knight available as well as my white mage and my hunter. Um, that's probably going to be the last class that I unlock until samurai comes out, and then I can use samurai. I went ahead and unlocked knight because the elements line up very nicely with samurai. But yeah. So those are basically. I know I'm kind of like getting off the topic here. Those are some tips and tricks that I have for this fight. Um, you know, obviously you want to try and think about your own strategy and your own way to approach this fight for your class. Um, there are a plethora of ways to go about doing this. Thief is having a lot of success right now because they have access to all the proper elements and they do pretty good damage. Um, so I think that's going to be the class to beat for this event, just because they have access to basically everything that they need to make this easy. So if you're a hunter, keep Fenrir in mind as well. Fenrir is a great utility card. You can swap him out instead of Griffin. Use Byakko for breaking, and then use Fenrir during the break for damage. And also, he's a great emergency utility. Don't forget about him. Those are all the real tips and tricks that I have for right now, for the time being. If I find out any more, or you guys have any questions or comments that are really pressing, I'll go ahead and make another video for this event, and I'll answer any questions that you guys might have. So for now, good luck, guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. That's really all I have. If you guys want to see my setup, I'll post it in the description below, exactly what I have. Good luck, guys. I'll see you next video.